Alright, so I wanted to show you guys this project I've been working on for a few months. I call it my side cutter. It's a way for me to be able to cut down the tall grass that grows along the ditches and the banks and around my pond. And I got a couple thousand feet of drainage ditches that there's just no good way to maintain, and I like to keep them cut down a couple times a year. So I've looked at a sickle bar over the years, and I'm just worried about, well, I don't need that kind of length for one thing, and the other thing is that they're just not going to cut down small saplings and things like that without damaging the blade. So anyways, what I came up with was I went with a 30-inch brush hog unit off an old walk behind Gravely, and the rest of it I just came up with as I went along. So I'll show you some of that right now, and then I'm going to mount a couple cameras, and I've already used it. It works pretty well, but I'll mount some cameras and give you a working shot of how it behaves. So here it is. So you got the 30-inch four-bladed brush hog cutter. Came off, like I said, an old walk behind Gravely, and it's got the super heavy blades on it. I'm not going to try to mow trees down with it by any means, but for the real tough sawgrass and goldenrods and small saplings and stuff, it does a nice job. A lot of this was just bits and pieces of stuff I had. A lot of this steel is tubing and so on. Came off of a trailer that I bought for the axle, and I've been cutting up the trailer and using pieces of it. Here's some that I haven't even got painted yet. I just got this done yesterday. This is my tensioner system, which is, it's more steel off of that old trailer. It's a spring off of a trampoline, and the eye bolt chain and hook off of the trailer. Made a kickstand here. Just pop the pin, drop it down, stick it in the other hole, so when you take it off it'll stay sitting. And if you noticed, what I made that out of was the extra length of drive shaft material that I didn't need. This is three different pieces, three different drive shaft parts. This came off of one drive shaft from another project. This U-joint came off of one from a long time ago, and this piece was off of a third different one. So yeah, just mix and match. Anyways, running drive shaft through a set of bearing blocks. I got a 10-inch pulley down to a 5-inch pulley, so I'm doubling my speed. As near as I can find out, this cutter head ran at somewhere around 12 to 1300 RPMs originally, so I'm pretty close to that right here. I got 540 on the tractor. I've doubled that, so and then I got a 2-speed PTO on the tractor, so if I need to run it faster I can, but it seems to be doing a good job without. So one of the other things I came up with along the way was to put this wheel on here, and that's just because it gives it a balance point for the mower. So much weight hanging out to the side, I was either going to have to put ballast, some type of a counterweight, over on the other side, or I was going to have to be able to have some way to not have all that weight hanging if I didn't want the skids dragging right on the ground. So I put this 12-inch caster on here, and it's solved that problem. So anyways, I just wanted to give you guys a look at another one of my homemade projects here on the farm. So I'm going to get some cameras set up and show you what this thing can do along the ditch. Okay.